Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here with a very special video for all of you guys, and yeah, I decided to make it very special by far because, well, I guess according to the date on when this video goes live, I figured now would be a good time for me to finally mention this for sure. So yeah. And just to give you guys a little context of course, what I'm actually referring to by far, well, if you actually have seen all of my thoughts videos that I've done from past to present for sure, I guess whenever I actually see a new movie on the big screen, I actually include a massive mention of course, a local movie theater from where I live that goes by the name of Crown City Cinemas. Yeah, I think it will get you the idea of course, what I'm referring to, so yeah, I guess there's no big surprise that if you have seen plenty of my thoughts videos, pretty much from past to present, mainly for about half a decade now for sure, which is actually interesting to know because that will come into play later on, so yeah, I did mention in all of my thoughts videos that I actually including a massive mention of Crown City Cinemas, which is of course a local movie theater in the Cortland County area from where I live for sure, and it's actually a really great place, I'm not gonna lie, and actually does provide everything pretty much on how it was pretty much when it was originally called the Plaza 6 back when I was much younger for sure, so yeah, and I did mention that for sure because, well, given to the date on when this video is actually posted, if you may not remember, exactly 5 years ago, that was actually my first time stepping into, of course, pretty much the movie theater, which was originally the Plaza 6, but now, thanks to some new owners and new management and stuff, and it's giving a new name and stuff, that was, of course, the one moment that definitely changed pretty much everything on my part for sure, so yeah. And definitely a good start to me having a good relationship with, of course, the people running that movie theater for sure. So yeah, I think it is actually for a good reason that I've actually mentioned that for sure. So yeah, pretty much based on what I've actually said, yeah, it's been 5 years since after I first stepped into, of course, Crown City Cinemas after the new owners took over and rebranded the movie theater, and boy, I guess it seems like, yeah, pretty much a lot has changed for the past 5 years for sure, and I do mean that in the best possible way, so yeah. I think it's what I can say, of course, on that front. So yeah, pretty much given to what I've actually mentioned. Yeah, pretty much, if anything, over the course of the past 5 years, whenever I post my thoughts videos for sure, yeah, I've always had a really good relationship with, of course, the people over at Crown City Cinemas for sure, and much like pretty much whenever I go to a movie theater to see a new movie on the big screen, I'm always pretty much I always do love going there to get probably the best experience that I would actually get for sure, and yeah. And thankfully, pretty much in the years since then, for sure, yeah, that has really grown a whole lot for sure, and yeah, with each and every single new movie that's being released onto the big screen, you know I would definitely pretty much head on over there to actually catch it for sure, and yeah. Yeah, I think it's actually quite interesting, the hang, I would actually mention the hang for sure, so yeah. And I guess pretty much of anything, looking back, pretty much when I first stepped in exactly 5 years ago for sure, when of course I heard the news that Bill and Ted Face the Music was going to be playing, I knew right away that I'm actually going to be in for something really great for sure, and yeah. And I think I do know, previously, even after it was originally called the Plaza 6 for sure, yeah, pretty much, if anything, during the time of the pandemic for sure, I guess the only thing I actually heard about that place is that I was actually informed that there's going to be some new owners there, and they're going to be renovating the place for sure, to which, honestly, I think, yeah, honestly, I think it is actually really great for sure, and I guess it was in desperate need for that from what I can gather, because even before that actually did happen, yeah, pretty much the entire movie theater from a few aspects from what I've actually seen may have been falling apart in some areas and could be in pretty much in need of a massive fix-up, and the owners haven't really been on their A game running the place quite well for sure, so yeah, I guess regardless of course all that, maybe a nice renovation and some new owners might actually be on what the place needed, and yeah, literally I guess within about pretty much the months since after I heard the news about it, and since after they reopened under the new name Crown City Cinemas back in like, yeah, what was it, late July or early August of 2020, I kind of forgot to be honest, but yeah, I assume that's how long they've been for sure when they first started out, when they opened the place up under the new name and new owners and stuff, so yeah, I think it's what I can say on, of course, that front, so I guess I was in a careful eye, of course, pretty much seeing on what they'll have to offer if I ever do plan on going there for sure, and I'm glad to see that when they actually first started out for sure, they actually did play some good old classic films from like years earlier for sure, you name it, ranging from Wizard of Oz to Jaws, and that's just to name me a few for sure, so in a way, I really do think it is actually quite nice for sure, and of course, pretty much back then, for sure, in order to actually see those movies, you have to pretty much secure a reservation in order to see them for sure, to which, yeah, pretty much of anything is pretty much what we, I guess is what they actually reserved for when they first started out, either through a phone call or, of course, through email and stuff, to which I mainly did the latter from what I can gather, and yeah, I was in a careful eye on, of course, pretty much on seeing what they have to offer for sure, and of course, pretty much of anything I know prior to, of course, what I'm actually gonna be in for sure. I did recall seeing the trailers for Bill and Ted Face the Music, and wondering if, of course, it'll actually get the release it'll deserve for sure. And by the time I actually heard the news that they were actually going to be releasing it both on digital and on the big screen for sure, I actually did get quite curious to see on how it's gonna fare up because I was a little unsure because, again, around the time the pandemic happened, right around 5 years ago for sure, I was a little unsure on if there's any movie theaters close by that would actually play that movie. But thankfully, when I heard Crown City Cinemas is actually going to be playing it for sure, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely seeing this movie for sure. And I think it's quite fitting because I did take a look at the first two Bill and Ted movies pretty much beforehand, and I had a great time seeing those for sure. So yeah, and I guess pretty much on that moment alone, I knew right away I wanted to pretty much see the new one for sure. So again, pretty much of anything, I did manage to secure a reservation for, of course, for me to see that movie for sure. And, well, luckily enough, the new owners of running Crown City Cinemas, yeah, they were very kind enough to actually pretty much give me exactly that for sure. And boy, oh boy, I think the experience actually turned out pretty well. Not only did I have the entire movie theater to myself for sure, and even have my last name pretty much ring on the marquee of course, Theater 2 on when they're on where they're actually playing pretty much the movie for sure. But it was some point around after I posted my thoughts video on of course, that said movie onto my channel where, yeah, pretty much the people running that said movie theater was kind enough to actually share my video review that I did on Bill and Ted Face the Music, and yeah, I was really thrilled by that, and yeah, that of course led me to keep on going for sure, and yeah, and I guess within the 5 years since after pretty much that experience for sure, yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, my relationship with, of course, the people at Crown City Cinemas for sure, let alone going to that said movie theater for sure, has really grown a whole lot within the past 5 years for sure. So yeah, and of course, surprisingly enough, it also is really great for my family whenever I bring them along to actually to that said movie theater to see a new movie for sure, and yeah, and that really did spark a whole lot since the beginning of 2021 for sure, with of course News of the World and Tom and Jerry following afterwards, and I even brought my grandmother along to see Raya and the Last Dragon with me as part of my double feature I did with that film alongside Chaos Walking, and yeah, and by the time general admission came around, pretty much by the time both Godzilla X Kong and Mortal Kombat came out, yeah, and of course the latter of which pretty much is another good example where they actually shared my review on that said movie for sure. Yeah, I guess it is safe to say that it really made me happy for sure, and just by seeing pretty much that alone for sure, I knew I was in for a really great treat, pretty much seeing the guys running the movie theater whenever I go there to see a new movie on the big screen, and yeah, since then, I think it really has grown a whole lot for sure, and yeah, pretty much of anything with each and every single new movie that I've actually pretty much see on the big screen for sure, I'm always in for a really great experience. Even when the movie totally sucks, I knew I want to get a good experience for sure, and that's the one thing I really do love about doing my thoughts videos on my channel for sure. Basically, I want to share you guys the experience that I had seeing a movie on the big screen and giving out my general thoughts on it and telling you pretty much on whether to see it for yourself or avoid it at all costs. So yeah. And that's the one thing I really do love and admire for sure, and for the fact that they were kind enough to share both of my reviews and gave me the title as their local movie reviewer. yeah, that's the title that I'm proud to actually own for sure, and I think it does make sense when you think about it, because I really do love putting up my reviews and stuff on movies in a nutshell for sure, and yeah, and like I said, I want to share all of you guys my experience whenever I see a new movie on the big screen, even if the movie itself is either good or bad, so yeah. And I guess I knew that as much as my relationship with, of course, the people running that movie theater has grown over the years, so has my movie-going experience in a nutshell for sure, so yeah. And of course, pretty much of anything, I think it really does help out in the long run for sure, because yeah, usually on the days whenever I go see a new movie on the big screen, it would actually differ by far given to my busy schedule and stuff for sure. Sometimes I would see one movie on Saturday, while other times I would see a movie on Sunday for sure. And even on rare occasions, I would actually see it on a Friday, right when the movie comes out for sure. And even for the past couple of years for sure, I actually was lucky enough to actually catch some early Thursday screens of a new movie the day before it actually comes out. And you name it, pretty much did 3 times in 2023 with Exorcist Believer, The Marvels, and Wonka, and even did them once so far, both in 2024 and this year, 2025, with, of course, 2024 being Wicked for sure, and not to mention a couple of months ago that I did with the Pixar movie Elio, so yeah. And even, and I guess, if anything, I'm even lucky to actually do some nice double features as well. Pretty much on a regular old Saturday for a new movie for sure, and yeah. And I guess pretty much of anything, yeah, pretty much the owners of the movie theater really didn't mind that part of me spending entire afternoon doing a double feature of 2 movies that came out on the exact same weekend for sure, because yeah, I think it really does help out in the long run for sure, because hey, I'm still giving them business for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff, and of course, surprisingly enough, much like of how pretty much my movie-going experience has changed over the years, the movie theater itself has also changed over time for sure. And you name it, I think with, of course, the money they've actually received from their business and stuff, they were actually lucky enough to do some renovations and stuff at a few theaters and stuff that they actually have provided for sure. Like, of course, a recent example is that pretty much Theater 6, where they, yeah, pretty much, yeah, back then, since the original name of that movie theater was originally called the Plaza 6 for sure, it did have 6 movie theaters. But now I think it's been reduced to 5 as of now for sure, and I guess you might be wondering, what do they do with Theater 6 at that theater? Well, surprisingly enough, they did do something very recently for sure that would definitely catch your eye for sure, is that they actually did renovate Theater 6 for sure, but they actually made it as a more special kind of a theater that where, of course, you have to book it for, like, say, a birthday party or a gathering or an event or a meeting or anything else in particular, and yeah, even does pretty much give you a really good experience with, of course, what it's actually providing. Like, of course, you could bring your own movie and actually play it on the big screen for sure, or you could actually play video games there. And yes, by the way, they are still offering pretty much movies currently released onto the big screen for sure, so yeah. I guess pretty much of anything, that is a really good deal from what I can gather, and yeah, truth be told, I was was really hyped when I actually heard the news about it for sure, and I really wanted to try that out to see on how that's gonna go for sure. Maybe I might do that for possibly my birthday coming up pretty soon. Well, that'll be a really good experience once I do try it out for sure, so yeah. And I could go on some other changes they actually did since then, but I'm pretty sure we'll take up the whole video for sure. So yeah, I think it is safe to say that pretty much over the past 5 years, I am really grateful with everyone at Crown City Cinemas for sure. They really put in a lot of hard-working effort they actually did for sure to really make the place look great for sure. And even the renovations they did, like, not just on the theaters themselves, but also on the concession stand as well. Yeah, I think they really did an impressive job in really making this look great for sure. And anyone coming by would be in for a really great experience for sure. And I'm really grateful for everyone involved in over at that theater for not only making the place look great, but also still willing to give us the movie-going experience that we deserve. And I still pretty much owe them a whole lot for that, and I'm still really happy to see that they are still doing well, because hey, even if they're not, even if Crown City Cinemas doesn't exist nowadays, I wouldn't be where I am right now with, of course, me still giving out my reviews and stuff for sure. Which actually does make sense, because even pretty much even beforehand, I did rely on any local Regal cinemas that I can go to that are sometimes like miles away for sure that I can always rely on pretty much whenever I go see a new movie on the big screen. And for a while, I still admire on what they're doing, and even the theaters themselves still look really great, and actually still are willing to offer me pretty much a movie-going experience pretty much at its best for sure. I will admit, pretty much in recent years, they can be very pricey nowadays for sure, so yeah. But luckily enough for Crown City Cinemas, I wouldn't have to worry about that, to be honest, because, well, yeah, I guess pretty much if anything, they do usually keep their prices as low as possible for sure, right? Yeah, pretty much with pretty much at most, pretty much if anything, their tickets are usually priced for about $10 per person for sure. And they actually do offer pretty much some things that do help reduce the price down for sure. Like, of course, pretty much any college student can get in for like $8 for sure. They're currently now doing pretty much discount Tuesdays, where of course you can go see a new movie on the big screen for like $5 for sure. And there's even one point during a National Cinema Day where they actually where I actually got my ticket to see Gran Turismo for about $4 for sure. So yeah, going over to Crown City Cinemas and paying for a movie ticket at those prices that I've actually mentioned, sure, that's worth it. So yeah, and even the concessions and stuff that I would normally get, like of course my popcorn and water and stuff, usually I think it would pretty much it would go at about $10 for sure. But now they've ranked it up a little bit to about 11 for sure, to which honestly, yeah, it is still a good deal for sure. So yeah, either way, I guess I know price-wise for Crown City Cinemas, I think I would actually spend a good 20 to 21 bucks to actually go see a movie for sure at that said place alone. And I'm really glad they actually pretty much decided to do that, because, well, I think it actually makes good business for sure. And even with the new stuff they added in, they I know hands down that they are actually pretty much are willing to keep their business afloat for sure. And And I think that's what really matters on my part. And I'm really grateful for that, hands down. So yeah. So yeah, I guess either way, I think given to what I've actually mentioned, yeah, I think it's safe to say that even after about 5 years for sure, I am still really grateful for the people at Crown City Cinemas for sure, and yeah, I think chances are, I guess pretty much of anything, there's no way the heck my relationship with the people running that said movie theater will be dying down anytime soon, so yeah. And of course, pretty much of anything, even when I try to do something pretty much that would get me involved with them more and more, yeah, for while I guess it is quite nice, I think it is probably the best course of action to still stick to what I do normally for sure. Like, one good example is that I did try my hand at, of course, applying for a job over there, when, of course, I finally reached the point where I'm now fully ready to seek out employment once again for sure, and for while I did try to actually apply for a job over there for sure, nothing really fell through, to be honest, so yeah. But I guess at the very least, I did at least try for sure, and yeah. I mean, besides, I'm currently doing fine over at Area 51 of the Crow's Nest Online for sure. When pretty much when it comes to my job for sure outside of YouTube. So yeah, there's no need to worry on that front. I'm doing okay in terms of employment for the time being. So yeah, but regardless of course on that front, I'm still yeah, I think I know hands down, I still want to go in there to see a new movie on the big screen for sure, and I'm grateful for the people over at Crown City Cinemas for actually pretty much for giving me exactly that, and I'm giving them the satisfaction, of course, well, pretty much getting the experience that I deserve, and, well, sharing my thoughts on the new movie for all of you guys for sure, and yeah, and I guess for what it is, I guess there is a good reason why I've mentioned them a good number of times throughout the course of my videos. It's mainly because I am giving them the proper shout out and business that they deserve for sure to really help increase their business and actually keep on going with what they actually do for sure. And that's the one thing I have been advocating for alongside plenty of others for sure. Much like how I wanted to keep physical me going for sure whenever I buy pretty much a movie on DVD and Blu-ray, I also want to keep movie theaters alive for sure because, yeah, even as a kid, when I first stepped into a theater and, well, pretty much watch a motion picture on the big screen, I was really intrigued by it for sure, and I wanted to keep on going for sure. And that's actually one of the reasons on why, when I was a kid, I wanted to pretty much pursue a career in, of course, the film industry for sure, to which I do hope to do one day when the time is right, and of course, well, I guess that practice alone is, of course, a really, pretty much a really good way to say that my YouTube career right now is actually helping me do exactly that for sure. I still got a long ways to go, but I'll definitely get there one day, so yeah. So I guess given to all that, I do want Crown City Cinemas to keep on going for sure, because, yeah, even since after 5 years since after pretty much I first got into that said place to see a movie for sure. And trust me, I think pretty much on my first time going into that place after they renovated and got the new owners in and got the new name was definitely one of the bright sides of me pretty much surviving pretty much and of course one of the main factors on what made 2020 a terrible year for sure. yeah, I guess chances are I am still really looking forward to seeing what they'll have to offer next for sure, because yeah, I do want them to keep on going and keep on thriving with, of course, what they have to offer for sure, and yeah, chances are, I know hands down that I'm still looking forward to it regardless for sure, and yeah, whatever happens, of course, pretty much on where they'll go next for sure, I know hands down they're still willing to give me the best movie-going experience by far. And you might be wondering to yourself, will there be a strong possibility that, aside from, of course, still seeing a new movie on the big screen over at that said place for sure, that I might actually do something with them for sure, like, of course, maybe do, like, pretty much some video projects for them in a nutshell? Well, I guess pretty much of anything. I can't fully guarantee that part for sure, because yeah, that would be up to them to decide on that, but if that actually does happen, I would love to do that for sure, so yeah. Like I said, I can't fully guarantee that, because I know that will be something that'll be up to them to decide on that front, but we'll see what comes up later on down the road for sure. Maybe it might happen, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see, so yeah. But whatever the case may be, I know I'm still looking forward to seeing what they have to offer for sure, and of course, pretty much of anything, pretty much to quote Steven Spielberg, pretty much, or taking a few extracts from a quote Steven Spielberg did, I know pretty much of anything that, pretty much, if anything, every time I go see a movie, it's magic, no matter what the movie is about. And yes, by the way, Steven Spielberg really did say that, and that is definitely the quote that Crown City Cinemas usually shows off before the movie officially starts. Which I definitely know, hands down, is the best way to put it up for sure, so yeah. That's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, if you are quite curious to actually pretty much check out Crown City Cinemas for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and do so. If you're in the Cortland County area, then I say definitely check that place out and see what movie is playing that really piques your interest for sure. And while we're at it, I'll also provide the link to their website and, of course, their Facebook and Instagram page for you guys to keep up to date with them for sure. So yeah. I think it's what I can say, of course, that front for sure, so yeah, still highly recommend checking the place out for sure, and I think you're going to be in for a really great time for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you thought of this one for sure. I would love to know on what you guys think, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and, well, speaking of which, I better get myself ready for the next movie that I'm currently slated to go see as of now for sure. It is going to take some time, yes, but I won't spoil on which ones I'm going to be talking about next for sure. Just wait until my next thoughts video once it comes around to see for yourself. But until that happens, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack427TheThomasFan1 to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing.
If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, Ackley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.